They asked me what I was doing, and I said a podcast. They asked me why, and I said, because I want to make a change. And they said, how? My answer was simply this: nourishment.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first podcast, Season 1, Episode 1 of Just a Thought, brought to you by nourishmentTv, which I am so excited about. Today, we're going to talk about self-love, but before we submerge ourselves in all things self-love, I want to introduce myself. My name is Kayla Buckner, and I am the creator of nourishmentTv, which you can find on YouTube, and I just want to tell you a little bit about Nourishment. Nourishment is a podcast with a purpose: to inspire, to motivate, and to create. And I put together, and I'm still in the process of putting together, a group of individuals who are just as dedicated and committed to making a change. This team and I will discuss human experiences that bring us together or separate us. We're going to talk about things that make us laugh and talk about those challenges that make us even stronger. With this, I hope to start a movement to do exactly that, to nourish. And a big part of nourishment is self-love. How do we love ourselves? Well, love is very, very meticulous, and most of the time we place our securities and affections and things in others. It's hard to love ourselves, and trust me, I say this from experience, if you don't love yourself, who is? Because the love we feel is the love we give, and that isn't fair. It's like doing an injustice to ourselves, to our mind, to our bodies, to our souls, as well as the people that love us and the people that want to love us for all of us. Self-love is not selfish. Many people think that dedicating this much time to ourselves is indeed selfish, but it's not. It's a way to better ourselves, a way to heal ourselves so that we will be able or capable to love ourselves and love the other the same. Physical beauty, although it plays a big part in attraction, shouldn't be a factor when it comes to self-love. There are thousands of things we can love about ourselves, starting off with the fact that we are alive and living. We have to stop killing ourselves, because at what point do we just let it all go and be happy? Because what's ugly is the idea that everyone has to be physically beautiful and the standard the world sets. What I find ugly, someone else finds beautiful. What I wish I could change, someone else wishes they had that. We are a beautiful mess that is perfectly ruined, and that's okay. Self-love and self-respect are two extremely difficult and conscientious things. But when we learn to do so, or if we tried to be content with ourselves, we would eliminate so much stress and so much worry. We don't need to be accepted by everyone. Today we see what the world tells us is beautiful, and we believe it. And I'm not saying that the things we see in this world aren't beautiful, because there are a lot of things that are truly beautiful. But the world doesn't always tell us to see our imperfections, or, for example, see a scar and think that it's gorgeous. They want us to cover our scars up, to laser them away, because somehow they thwart this essence of beauty. We need to embrace our imperfections and learn our worth. I always say it's like practicing how to ride a bike. If you've never ridden a bike, at first it's going to be hard. And yes, you're going to fall. And yeah, it'll be embarrassing, but you keep going and going until you're comfortable and master it. Now you've become confident with your new skill, and you're not afraid to ride a bike because you've already fallen and you know what it feels like. But now you have the strength to get back up. You know what it takes to get back up, and you'll do it, because the only way to get over a fear is to do it. I'm still working on it with spiders, but the seriousness of life and of self-love are life-changing. They're life-altering. And those that can't overcome it have to really, really push themselves, because when you're confident in yourself and can say, yes, I love myself, it's an amazing feeling. And once we've learned to love ourselves, we'll be able to love others. We'll be able to give to others. So don't be afraid to live or to love without measure. I don't know who put a limitation on how much we can love ourselves, but they're wrong. There should not be a limit on how much you can love. Love yourself, love your family, love the other. It should not matter. And it's taken me 10 years to come to the conclusion that I actually love myself. I love my goofy, I love my seriousness, I love my intellect. I definitely love my unfilteredness, my compassion, and my scars. You have to learn to love it all. And I am human. I don't always love myself the way I should, because I find that the things that scare me about myself limit me. And it's hard to step out of your comfort zone because we think, hey, if I see my flaws, that means everyone else does. But hello, we are our own worst critics. No one judges us as harshly as we judge ourselves. At the end of the day, appearance is frivolous. So when do we start caring about the inside? The outside is just temporary. Although it's beautiful, it ages and it changes, but the soul, that thing inside of us, that never-ending life within us, that lasts forever. I know growing up in middle school, I definitely struggled with self-love. Even throughout high school and in the early years of college, I struggled to figure out, how do I love myself? What does it take to love myself? Because growing up, I had a gap in my teeth. I had a crooked tooth. I was really small. I was skinny. People would say I looked like a boy. And I thought to myself, if they didn't accept me, how am I supposed to accept me? Because I followed the majority, what they thought I thought. And so if they don't love me, how do I love me? And that's wrong. So now I always have to think to myself, heal my mind, heal my body, heal my soul. And if I'm able to do that, if I'm able to achieve this, even if it's for a moment, I'll feel this joy. Because I want to love myself for all of myself. I want to love my acne, I want to love my scars, my imperfections, all of it. I don't want to look like anyone else, because then I'll take away my authenticity. Who am I if I'm a replication of someone else? You would be them. There's only one you, so take care of yourself. Love yourself. Because as much as life is precious, it is fragile and it isn't guaranteed. I'd rather live with joy and love in my heart than live with regrets and uncertainty. So now, I want you guys to take a minute, close your eyes, take a breath, and tell yourself that you love yourself. Be proud of your accomplishments. Be proud of your mistakes. Be proud of your flaws, because finding worth in yourself is the greatest reward, as opposed to looking for acceptance from the world. And that's it for this episode of Just a Thought. But remember, be the change you want to see. Give power to the powerless. Be the voice for the voiceless. And please go support and join the Nourishment team. And you can do that by subscribing to my channel at nourishmenTv and turning on your post notification bell so you know when we upload new and meaningful content. And don't be afraid to drop a comment down below. Good or bad, your opinion is always valued and your voice is heard. And I look forward to seeing you in our next chat. Ciao for now.